Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Unicorn Overlord and just about to get started on the General in Black. Let's go over my unit formations here. Slight difference, I suppose, from the start of the last video anyway, because we are able to, or we have promoted our units. But Joseph actually is staying exactly the same. Ubin has himself a fancy new Battler shield. And then I've got Wide Breaker set up to do, on rows with 2+ combatants. Elaine, actually nothing changing other than, adding a Warrior's Medallion to him. And then Yana here, same thing here. Not much of actually of a change in terms of skills, but she does have a Sorcerer's Medallion now. So that is how we are set up here. I did do some tweaks to Monica's unit. I also did level up a couple of these characters, so like Kitra, Rolf, and Virginia, I brought them to level 15, and then Monica is actually level 20. I had her leveled a bit earlier, but I'll just go over here how we're set up. So she's going to be using Iron Crusher on armored targets, whereas she will use Vertical Edge, but prioritize flying. Let's also do lowest HP for both of these. And then Kitra, I guess I needed to give her one more item here. I guess a Dove Bloom, why not? We'll just make her a little bit quicker. So she's got her old Rose Knight Hammer. I gave her a Warrior's Medallion, Mercenary Eye Patch, and then the Dove Bloom. And then she's going to do Assaulting Blow on targets whose HP is below 50%. I'm also going to do lowest. Otherwise, she'll use Heavy Smash, prioritizing armored on the lowest HP target. Monica, I've got her set up to do row heal. That's her priority, right, is actually to heal anything that's missing health, essentially. And then, she'll also target lowest HP. And then Hatch on the lowest HP target. And, I guess she's got a bunch of Templar stuff. I don't know that that's super amazing for her, but also Citadel Guard Sabatons on Virginia, Blue Rose Shield and an Azure Crest Shield. I don't know if I want to swap up her weapon. Honestly, this Black Iron Sword is actually really strong for this point in the game. It's a 17 physical attack on it, so I actually might just leave that. Actually, no, let's give her that Templar sword. I'm going to swap that with Monica, only for the extra guard rate. But yeah, that looks okay. And then Rolf here, I gave him the Starless Bow. So this one I like because it inflicts blindness. He's going to use this, and I should say he's going to prioritize flying targets and then the highest physical attack. Really like that ability, or like that bow, though. Unfortunately, though, it is pretty weak, right? So it's only a physical attack as 11, but this unit is kind of set up to, tank fairly well, and especially with Virginia out front here. So I could do like something like a better bow, like maybe General's Longbow here because it's so strong, right? That's a physical attack of 17, and that wouldn't be horrible. Interrogator's bow would be pretty good though too, in case you come up with anything that's going to try to heal. But I'm going to go with Starless for now. Maybe I'll switch that up eventually. But those are the two units that I expect to use here. So let's get started. This one's going to be it's a pretty big battle, so it might take a little while, and I'm going to have to be like pretty careful about how we do it. I know I've done this one quite a few times now, so I kind of know how it plays out, but you just got to be, you kind of got to know what's going to happen. So, all right, let's bring Elaine's unit out. I should say, and I know I did bring it up at the end of the last video, but Elaine's unit now is, or I should say, it used to be Joseph leading it, but At this point, I've got Elaine as the leader because of the additional valor points that he gets. Oh, whoops. All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna rock these guys. Well, luckily Monica lived through that. Otherwise, that would have been pretty bad. Alright, that's a pretty bad matchup. So let's have Elaine do it instead. Yeah, I'm guessing Joseph is going to be missing quite a bit with those pursuits. There are a lot of these Wyvern Knights throughout Drakenhold, but okay. Let's see. Guess I could go grab that real quick. All right, and I'm gonna head straight over here.
What are your orders, my prince? At once.
Withdraw for now.
Come then. Well fought. We march. Onward. I withdraw for the moment. You face me. It shall be done. Go on, then. I'm here to...
Yeah, still rocking. Holy herb, all right. So at this point, we're gonna want to head to the east. And that triggers this little scene here.
Your villainy ends here. Well fought. The time is at hand. Onward. Good. We march. To me. Come then. Victory grows ever closer. The time is at hand. The path is set.
All right, so as long as you get close to Prim, she will automatically join. And that will kick the this unit off of that command post over there.
Your villainy ends here. A fine bout. To me.
I'll help however I can. I'll do it. Do
Oh,
you need a
whoops.
healer?
We don't wanna
I
do-
understand.
There we go. All right, so once that little scene triggers, then you can talk with Aramis.
You face me. Well fought. The time is at hand. The path is set.
Oh, you're kidding me.
To me.
All right. Better protect Prim there.
My legs grow heavy.
And it looks like Prim will make it there before the reinforcements pop out, but that is definitely a risk. Is this right? Yeah, vitalize.
Newfound strength.
The path is set.
Just in case, we'll have Elaine sit here. Yeah, we're good. There's been times where I've done this battle and like a reinforcement popped out right as Prim was getting close to Aramis, and she just got wrecked. So, you know, definitely a good idea to protect her there. And then that's how we get Aramis to join. And at this point, I am just going to grab this treasure and have Aramis withdraw, and same with Prim.
I'll do it. I'm retreating for now.
Spirits are high. Witness true chivalry. Fortune smiles upon us.
Revival orb, alright.
Times at hand.
And we'll take over the church.
Do you realize who you defy? Vanquished. Your villainy ends here. Wisdom befitting of all my years. We march. Onward. For the liberation. I'll not let Clyde outdo me. I withdraw for the moment. Witness true chivalry.
Okay.
Fine bout. The time is at hand.
Now we just run right over here.
You face me. I need of rest. We march. Stronger than ever. A futile endeavor. A lacking bout, frankly. Your villainy ends here. Victory grows ever closer. You face me. My legs grow heavy. Time's at hand. Excellent. We march. To make. 'Tis ours now.
Alright, we'll just stand on the garrison here while these troops come to us.
Come then. Well fought. You face me. Victory grows ever closer.
Now we go for this guy. Berengaria runs out. Finish this off.
Fine bout. To me. What are your orders, my prince?
Have Monica's group withdraw and redeploy down here
Witness true chivalry. Your will shall be done.
so that we can grab that treasure.
Now then. Time's at hand. The path is set. Do you realize who you defy? You face me. Well fought.
Okay, and now we can talk to Berengaria. Just skip that conversation. She's gonna join. Berengaria is really, really good.
They won't escape.
Have her withdraw.
Time's at hand. I shall teach you the lunacy of your way. Vanquished. Your villainy ends here. The fine bout.
Okay.
You face me. Fought.
Alright, and at this point, I'm just gonna park down here for a little bit while Monica grabs this treasure.
Heading back. I wager we can use this.
Silver hourglass, alright.
At once. Come then. Victory grows ever closer.
Take out this archer before we end it.
For me. Your will shall be done.
Two can play that game. Eye for an eye, I say.
Allow me. With my aid, I shall ease your pain.
All right, easy stuff, eh? All right, let's finish this out.
You face me. I give no ground.
Just a little magic. Focus your mind.
I am with you.
Go on then.
Yeah, like I crit for 144. That's insane. All right, that was good. That was really good. Just skip this. Okay, we'll just kind of run around now and do our exploration. What little we can do. That doesn't open up a whole lot, but it does open up a bit. So, all right, let's actually start back up here toward the north. Oh, don't have enough lumber. That's right. Here is the first cemetery here in Dragonhold. Have to run around and gather up some of this stuff before we can. There's some tarsia lumber. Before we can rebuild, you know, some of these towns. Expanding a unit 3 to 4. Yeah, we're long past that, buddy. We're already promoted. Okay. I think we're going to be blocked off here for our... Yeah. Yeah, there's a battle here that we'll have to do in order to get by, but we'll definitely be doing that a little bit later. Let's see. Can I buy anything fun here? Probably not, huh? No, not quite. Need about 3 more, and maybe I'll buy something then. There's one. Here's another one of the Sigil's Trials. So that's beginner 2. We're way out, well past that, right? Being that we've been hammering that, the one that's level 13. Battle there. Divine Shard. That was the last one I wanted. And then this is as far as we can go. Otherwise, we'll need to actually do this battle here too. So that's pretty much all the farther I can go to do any sort of exploration right now. But We'll just say show us around, and that'll make the battle appear. But again, we can't actually go any farther to the east. So, all right, let's go back up to the top here and get rebuilding these towns. Eight renown. Wow, that's seems like not very much. Virginia here. Let's see what the armorer's got for us. Another rookie egg. You'll love to see it. Blessed round shield. That's worth buying. The iron weapons I don't think are worth buying. You know, they're pretty basic, right? Just 15 attack. So, like, I mean, it's probably obvious here, but like the Carnate stuff is just no question it's better, right? It's more physical, or I guess in the case of the Carnate Rod, magical attack, but it also has initiative on it, so obviously those are better, but I generally don't buy any of those.
This should be fun.
Alright, so next up here, let's see, right, we've got enough to rebuild this. We'll put Leah here. And the armor's got a Viper Shield and a Defender's Mace. And then the only other interesting thing here... So I generally don't buy the shields that have the immunities attached to them. It's not to say that they're not good in certain scenarios, but I just don't like them cluttering up my inventory. But the Squire Shield is at least somewhat interesting here because it's got quick cover. So... it does allow certain, you know, characters to kind of cover your allies, right? So it says activates before an ally is attacked, and it covers that ally with a medium guard. So it can kind of, you know, turn characters that aren't normally, you know, or won't normally take hits for other characters into characters that will do so. So, yeah, at least kind of interesting. But all right, here. Getting our deliveries done for this town as well. Dre Bomb Town. Skip that. And let's station Berengaria here. Actually, I'm gonna station Aramis. First aid kit. I don't really like this, so I'm not gonna buy one of these. You know, that said, though, there's definitely characters that maybe can benefit from these, right? Like, if you notice a character is constantly finishing a battle with leftover passive points, then, you know, that might not be a bad idea, but I'm not gonna buy that. But here's an Ancient Hunter's Buckler. I think these are really good. Aerial Guard is nice, right? So it says block an enemy attack with a medium guard. Becomes a heavy guard and grants the user +1 PP if the enemy is flying. This area is just filled with flyers, and this is kind of honestly a good way to protect your cavalry units oftentimes. So that is, yeah, something that I think is definitely worth using for this region. But I think that might be it for this one. Yeah, I'll probably do Sigil's Trial Beginner 2 for the next video, only so that I don't forget about it. There's been quite a few playthroughs where I've done, and I'll like miss these because, you know, normally I have very specific Sigil's Trials that I like to farm, and this isn't one of them. And so, you know, oftentimes I'll just completely forget about it, and then. Yeah, there's actually a reward for completing all of the Sigil's Trials. So anyways, I will probably do this one in the next one. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.